Hello and welcome back. I'm Morgan, and this is my channel, and it is Sunday afternoon, so it's time for my lazy Sunday afternoon quote unquote productivity sprint, where sometimes I'm um, more into the productivity than others, and sometimes I just eat snacks and hang out. So, thank you all for joining us. I believe that Doc will be here as soon as his groceries are put away. I'm not sure if Sako is going to be on the side of the camera today, but it's Sunday and we're almost through with February. Was anybody ready for that? Because I know I wasn't. But in the last couple of weeks, I've actually started to make progress with my space fantasy. So I will be editing that this week. So let me pop over to the comments. I see we have an Andy. Hello and welcome. What are you working on today? Uh, so yeah, it's been a good week. My niece turned 1, and I gotta go to her birthday party today. Some friends of mine had baby goats, so I gotta go snorkel them. My boyfriend has a kidney stone, so he's not maybe feeling his best. But other than that, it's been a pretty decent week, and I gotta see people and eat wheat. So originally, my niece's birthday party was going to be cupcake themed. And so they had cupcakes as treats and they had entree cupcakes because yeah. Um so my brother-in-law made meatloaf with mashed potato icing and they're pretty tasty. There were also vegetarian ones and they weren't bad at all. Especially with ketchup. So so yeah, it was super cute. Andy says he's working on a short story for a May anthology submission. And baby goats, yay! Yes, they were born about 4 a.m. So on Friday night, Saturday morning. So I got to snorkel them about the 36-hour mark, which was pretty awesome. Except for the fact I'm allergic to the hay that they bed in, so I like put on a turtleneck and like wore a dust mask so I could snorkel them without, breaking out into a rash, which is not it might be somebody's favorite, but it's not my favorite thing. So, yeah. And boo on kidney stones. Oh, I'm sorry you've been there. Apparently, this is the time of year, like late, early spring, late winter, and then on the flip side, I guess fall is also kidney stone season. I'm not really sure why the nurse in question didn't specify, but I know 3 people who have had them in the last like 2 weeks. So I am not one of them. I guess this is your weekly reminder to stay hydrated and make sure things are moving along. So anyhow, I hope y'all have had a pretty good week because, um, the news has not been amazing, obviously, if you've noticed anything of the happenings in the world. But there's only so much we can do about that here at home, unfortunately. So that's where we are. Andy says, I didn't realize there's a kidney stone season, but yeah, had mine and my gallbladder stuff in the season in the fall. Yeah. I don't know if it's to do with like the change of the amount of light or what we tend to eat during certain times of the year or what the deal is, but apparently there's a season and they're apparently more common in this area than in other areas. So, which really makes me think it might be weather and diet related, but there's also a genetic factor and whatever else. So, anyway, so Andy's working on his short. We've got some lurkers hanging out. Hello and welcome. And so I'm just gonna get right into it. Do a sprint, let Doc finish putting away groceries, and then you get to watch me talk to someone rather than babble at myself, which I always like better, but not sure how y'all feel on that end. I did give Catechase at least half an hour of snuggles before the stream, and then I dosed him up on catnip. So hopefully he'll be chill. I tried to sprinkle it on his cat tree and sprinkled it on his arm instead. So luckily he's a good groomer. He's right over there, so I keep looking, at the cat treat where he is like, so I think catnip works on my kitty. I Yeah, this is my confession. I drugged my cat for a mellow stream. Am I a bad cat mama or a good cat mama for making sure that he's not neglected? Andy says, it's not babbling at yourself. Catechus is there in spirit if stoned out of his mind. Yup. So, well, I am gonna go ahead and share my screen, share my Chrome tab, and get that timer up here. Woo. Oh wow, that's Inception. Um, let's share the correct Chrome tab. Share screen, Chrome tab, timer. There we go. A little less busy of a screen. See how big I can make it. There we go. And let's get started in three, two, one, boom. And after last week's request, when I'm not crunching on chips, I'm gonna give you a little background working along with you noises. Mm. Mhm. Yeah, you're not going to try. Are you forgetting? There, it's a coincidence. And we're back.
Hello.
How did my camera get over there? Okay. I'm going to blame Catechus. He wandered somewhere. How are you? Hello, we have a doc.
Yep. Sorry I'm late. The groceries arrived right as things were getting started, so had to get those put away. And then you'd already started a sprint by the time I actually got on. So
That gave you a leisurely amount of time to not rush quite so much if I hop straight into a sprint.
yeah. Well, except I actually wanted to make some progress today. So,
I
but
get that. I get that.
well, so I jumped into editing and made some progress, but didn't really forgot to put markers into my manuscript so I could keep track of how far I was going. But
Oh no.
uh, revisions have been slow this week, but a lot of it has really been it's right at the beginning of the book, so it's like, oh, could you give me a description of this? Can you describe that? It's like, can you make it clearer that this is happening? And it's like, okay, so I'm adding more words at the beginning, but it's all stuff that I'm baselining, so I don't have to worry about doing it again. So I expect things to,
Right. Okay.
but but I've managed to get my manuscript up over 100,000 words. So
Nice.
um,
I'm definitely gonna have to grow mine. It's a bit short,
mm,
so
well,
and I've
I'm
been trimming stuff because there was a lot of repetition, especially in the first couple chapters.
yeah, I've got some of that, and I know I've got some areas later on that people have said it's like, can you condense this some? So, eh, I'm sure it'll go back and forth across that 100,000 line a couple times before I'm done. But
Yeah, yeah, I get that. Yeah, my things tend to both grow and shrink at the same time because I'm an
Mhm.
overwriter in what the character is thinking and an underwriter in what the character is observing in the world around them. Not that I don't have weight room
Yeah,
syndrome, but I just don't care. I want to know what's happening. I don't care, how hard is the slate wall.
yeah, I'm a lot the same way. I put in the important description, what I consider to be the important descriptions when I'm doing initial drafts, and then I mostly concentrate on the action. And sometimes I get a little too detailed about the action. Part of that is because of when you're writing on a NaNoWriMo or something like that. It's like extra words. Who cares? We'll cut them later. Uh,
Oh,
and the other part is that sometimes I'm working the blocking out in great detail for me, so I
yeah.
understand what's going on, and then later I'll gloss it over. Is
I
this
get
a
it.
dog, a cat, or a house?
Baby goats.
Baby goats. Okay.
Like like 48 36 hours old.
Okay.
There's two of them. I don't know.
Yes. Okay. Now that you say that there's two of them, I can pick out their light pelts from the hay beneath them.
Hey, the hay that I am allergic to.
Yeah,
I
that's
wear
why
a
you do it.
turtleneck and a dust mask.
Yeah,
Just
one thing you've got, one lasting thing you've got from COVID is that you're well prepared for goat duty.
yeah, yeah. And I know people are like itching to get out of their masks, but I'm like, can you imagine going to a convention and coming home without con crud?
um, Actually, first convention I went to, I came home without con crud. The second convention I went to, I got I was made sick by another person who was there and went through the rest of the convention with very white voice,
Oh dear.
which was
I
really good for
Yeah.
30 Mad Libs, but not much for anything else.
I've definitely been to cons in which, especially as a staffer, I'm exhausted and burnt out, and by Saturday morning have no voice whatsoever, and I use voice to text or text to voice on my phone, and I've been told that it's really creepy when I flirt with it.
Kinky. Uh,
The the text to voice going, "Oh baby, how are you?"
Hey there, sexy thing. No.
Right? So let's pop over to the comments. Kelly is here. Hello and welcome. Um, Andy reassured you that there will, in fact, be more sprints. Over on Twitch, we've got the kids are asleep. Hello. They are proofing and made some progress. Awesome.
In their sleep.
Greg swung by to say hi. Kids are asleep says, I definitely have a lot of junk verbiage that I have to carve out. Hear ye, hear ye.
Yeah.
Andy is fighting the urge to start with EXT house day and right into the dialogue and blocking.
Writing a screenplay, Andy? No.
Right. Uh,
Baby
kids are
goats are so
asleep.
cute.
Yeah. Yes, they are in fact from Giant Cricket House or Cricket Farm goats. The first babies of the season came out Friday night, Saturday morning about 4 a.m. And the next four mamas are due within the next week or two, I think. So every 4 hours, both making sure the new babies are latched on and checking to see if there's any new ones. Because a couple of them are first time moms, and sometimes nursing doesn't go as smoothly on the first run as you'd like. And so, yeah. So Laura is here. Hello, Laura. Laura wrote and edited a new flash piece today. Not good progress. It's last photograph, and it's about a seance gone wrong. Dun dun dun. Greg says, sounds like a test for science. Kelly says, what are you drinking today? Well, I have this lovely vintage of 2022 tap water.
Diet Coke.
And Greg says hi to you as well.
Mm.
Oh no, I accidentally blocked him.
Oops.
How do I unblock him?
I have no idea.
I'm going into my YouTubes. Oh no. Doc, talk while I do this.
Okay. Oh, let's see. So it looks like Andy made some progress. He got in 350 words in a short story, and he's up to 1,156. That's pretty good. That's definitely a respectable sprint. Let's see. Laura's drinking cranberry raspberry lemonade. Oh, that almost sounds good. Unfortunately, I have a problem with cranberries, but raspberry lemonade sounds really good.
We got Greg back in. So sorry.
Well,
I was trying to scroll and it just clicked wrong.
welcome back, Greg.
So, Greg doesn't think he's met you face to face. Y'all are both local, and I've met you both face to face.
I actually I think we met at a Balticon, but it was a while ago. Honestly, everything feels like it's a while ago now.
Greg, you did not leave, but I accidentally hit block so your next chat wouldn't have gone through, but I fixed it in 45 seconds. So, excellent. Very glad that I got that sorted. Oh. And
all
since you're
that
chatting,
all that quick trigger energy for blocking Russian spam bots, went off a little early.
it did. So my cat is standing over my kitchen sink because that's the only window in like the main space of my house. And I believe there are some birds because his tail is going thwack, 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 thwack in circles.
Yeah, I've got a gilly here curled up on the couch, which is slightly better than when I was bringing in the groceries and she was trying to get in the way of my feet.
I mean, have you considered letting her rub your feet while walking and not stepping or tripping?
Yeah, bad knees. No.
I have good knees and it is nigh impossible.
Yeah.
So let's
But it's
see.
it's mostly the case of carrying a big box full of groceries and not being able to see where you're stepping, and it's like, "There's a cat there." Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Greg says it's been many years since he went to Balticon. We've got CJ Cherry and Shannon McGuire this year, and probably David Gerald is going to be there. Um, he might have to go virtual. We'll see how things happen because he won the Heinlein Award this year.
cool.
Our author guest of honor is Nancy Springer of the Enola Holmes. It's supposed to be fun. And surprising no one, last Balticon he went to, he remembers chatting with Marsha, who was wearing something very nice because Marsha likes to wear something very nice when she goes to cons. The kids are asleep has not been to an in-person con since 2019. Thank goodness for virtual cons. I have staffed so many virtual cons, but I'm super excited to do this one, hopefully live. At this at this time, we are planning live with a hybrid department, so things will be virtual as well. So super
Yeah.
excited, and Reg is finally actually open and staying open.
Yeah,
The
I did get my invite and I replied, but it's a case of, um I'm willing to deal with the in-person right now, but, my wife still has a delicate, uh, 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 physiology, and she doesn't have a problem with me going, but we need to figure out how I'm going to quarantine after I get back until I get negative COVID tests. So so I may end up be doing hybrid instead, but
Right, that makes sense. So totally weird random thought. What if you stayed in the hotel for like 2 extra days to wiggle that out a little more? I don't know.
um it really needs to be 4 days after I get back,
Sure. Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
So,
I get that. So Andy agrees Marcia has great outfits, and Greg
yep.
says, punching your Smoff card. Not a Smoff. There's no secrets, and I'm not a master of anything. For those who don't know, Smoff is an acronym that means secret masters of fandom, i.e., the people who run conventions. And they even have their own convention where they talk about running conventions better.
Okay.
So those are people who are very into it. But I don't think they're actually that secret, and I don't think they're as in charge as they think they are.
I was gonna say, I thought the term "smoff" was reserved for those people who think that they know how to run everything, even though they have run nothing, and they think that their
No,
opinions are the only
usually these
ones.
are, retired con chairs and people who have done it before, not just people who, you know,
Not just random
armchair.
old guys. No.
Right. Right. So, but oh, not real in the jam.
Yep.
At least not yet. I could see my OC coming out and me being like, they're doing it wrong. I mean, sometimes people do it wrong. And
Usually
it's
on
like,
the internet. No.
eh, I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes. Greg says there are two types
Oh,
of sloths.
okay. They're the legitimate Smoffs and the guys I was talking about. So,
The wannabes.
yeah. The
So
more like the think they are's. Uh,
because they did the thing once 10 years ago, 20, wait, maybe it's 40 years ago now. They haven't been paying attention.
some of them 60 years ago now, but and they haven't quite died yet. No, no.
Hey, hey.
Uh,
My I am second generation Vandal,
mhm.
so I would like my dad to keep ticking. I don't think he believes he's a Smoth. I think he would like to be one, but he is not.
See, I don't want to be a secret master of anything. I want it to be obvious, but and the problem usually is that nobody recognizes it. So I
Yeah.
just become a guy with opinions.
He says there's two types of people, and those can extrapolate off incomplete data.
Yep.
So, So do we want to be productive? You said you had a lot of stuff to do. We could do that stuff.
Yep, I could do another sprint.
Okay.
Nice.
Then let's go ahead and get started. In three, two, one, boom. No, I'm aren't that easy to sleep. And we're back. How was your sprint? Whoop.
Did you have a cataclysmic attack?
I had a startled catechus bumping into my hand, but no attacks yet. Yet.
Refreshed my drink. Got a little bit farther. I'm at least I'm in chapter 2 now. But
Hey, that's awesome.
I had a moment where it's I had to basically do a flashback, which meant I had to actually look up the moment in the first book when the character realized something, and it's like, okay, I don't remember where that was. So,
yeah.
Oh well. At least I found it now. But how did yours go?
I got about 4 pages, maybe 5 pages edited, and I realized this scene came from an earlier draft of this story, not this past nano, but the one before.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tried to put it in later in the story, and then I moved it earlier in the story. So it's got all sorts of references to things that haven't happened yet and setups for things where this story isn't going. So
plenty of recycling to be done, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I like these two together. I really do. I just need to get this scene a little better. So, and I can't remember exactly what I was doing with the other guy's siblings, and so. Can you hear that? My cat has found something loud to play with. Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Directional mic for the win.
Yep.
So, popping over to the comments. Let's see. Andy, just as we went on break, said that he wanted to be a certified master of something, so he can at least add it to his LinkedIn profile. Doc asked if he wanted to be certifiable. And he said, "You're a certifiable nut job. Hey, I worked hard for that certification. Do you know how many credit hours it takes to get an NTJ 9000 nut job certification?"
Yep. And then you have to take the comprehensive test and get an 80%.
And I mentioned during the stream or sprint, there we go. The other day I was telling Twitter, if you're precise enough, everyone is the expert in something. I am the world's leading expert in what snacks Morgan prefers right now. Maybe. What do I want right now?
I don't know.
Right?
I know it's on tap for me. Bold Chex Mix.
Excellent. Ooh, that's a good choice. Yeah. Yep. So while I was editing, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm not really thrilled with the other flavors of Chex Mix, but I do like the bold.
A huge Chex Mix fan. So I also had to laugh at my own placeholder text.
Mm-hmm.
I had a line that said, "Painted a gray lavender, reminiscent of the natives, whatever that color means."
Excellent line.
You should put brackets around things I intend to replace, but apparently I was pushing for word count that day.
You were bracket impaired that day.
Who knows? girl. You wouldn't think that I would have issues putting in brackets or braces or prints or anything, but whatever.
Yeah.
So Andy got up to 1,360 words, had a
Nice.
missing Chekhov's gun he needed to add before he could move forward.
Yeah. See, you might find is putting in Chekhov's gun and then not mentioning which book it's actually going to be fired in. No.
As long as, eventually it gets fired, we're good. But yeah,
If I read enough books, I'm good. No. No.
you just have to remember it when you get to book 4 that you intended. The kids are asleep says they tend to place a Chekhov's gun and then immediately fire it. I usually like to give them at least one scene before I use it.
Yeah, I don't.
Otherwise, I don't think it's really Chekhov's gun. I think it's just there's a thing and it's happening.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really done that. Hmm.
My cat is licking the faucet.
Is the faucet dripping?
I don't think so, but let me tell you, if he could turn on water, he would love to watch the water just drip, drip, drip.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, it does mean it's just a gun. If you immediately fire it, it is no longer Chekhov's, it's just a gun.
Just a gun.
Sometimes a gun is just a gun.
That's what Freud said, right? No.
Yeah, yeah.
Although I have found myself doing some creative things with improvised weapons while writing a scene.
I mean, improvised weapons are fun. I believe I have a scene with a frying pan.
Okay. Frying pan is a very uh, uh, um, uh, uh, is a weapon with a long and noble history. There we go. That's the phrase.
It might have just been a travel pot, just like the
Mhm.
type you put over the but yeah, somebody tried to beat them up and they like thunk, and the handle kind of bent, but
Yep.
it is what it is. So the kids are asleep says improvised weapons are great because you are very clever, just like
Mhm.
me. And
Yep.
Doc,
Hey.
I put you in there.
Yeah.
So oh, we get a laughing mask.
I think so. Yes. It's the comedy half of drama. No.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can enjoy some.
we've thrown away the other mask with all the things that are going on these days. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I'm great at comedy, but I'm also not that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not that dark. Says the person whose only published thing is a horror
it's a horror
piece.
story.
It's a very light horror story. It's just got that creeping dread in the back. It's not like in your face about it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes there are surprising talents that you find in yourself, or or even don't even realize we're there. I mean, when I'm the one who comes on here every week and says I write steampunk comedy adventure, and when I first started writing it, it was just steampunk adventure, and I was throwing in little in jokes because they amused me,
I mean,
and um then after the book was released, I forget where I was, but I was at some event and I was just picking up the book and flipping randomly through things, and just my eye would land on the page and it's like, and there was a joke. Um and and what one year that prompted me to actually be on a comedy panel, and I literally did that. I picked up one of my books, flipped to a random space, read a section, and everybody laughed. And it's like, okay, people are getting the jokes. I can write comedy.
I my humor is very dry. I feel like a
Oh yes.
Brit or something.
Yes, I definitely go for the dust on the olive level of humor, but
Also enjoy a good dad joke, but they don't translate too well into writing stories unless the character is telling them.
mhm. Yeah, you really have to write a character to be a vehicle for dad jokes.
Yeah.
I see excitement. I see joy.
So yesterday was the niece's first birthday party, and
Excellent.
I know she doesn't actually speak English yet. Um, she's, not a native English speaker yet, but we think she's going to be.
Mhm.
But I gave her one of those like silicone bibs that are like easy wipe off, and it's got like the little pocket at the bottom to catch crumbs and stuff. And it says, I laugh at dead dad jokes.
Mm. So if you're not sure if she's going to be an English speaker, what are her other options? No.
I mean, she might just speak her own thing. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we assume that's what she's going to speak, but she hasn't actually proven it yet, so I don't want to like make assumptions.
Okay.
The kids are asleep, approves of birthdays and the bib.
Mhm.
I tried to get everyone with the gifts I gave the niece. I also gave her a teether that says little sister because she's got the 10-year-old's big sister. And her my brother-in-law, her dad, really enjoyed playing with. I gave her dinosaurs that like attach in the middle, and you can switch the head and the bottom with other dinosaurs.
Okay.
So her dad played with that. She might not have played with it so much, but it's very silly.
As long as somebody in the family is enjoying it, right?
Right, right, exactly. So I thought it was pretty awesome. The party started off as cupcake theme and then ended up as Lord of the Rings themed.
Mm. I'm sorry, that's nothing to sneeze at.
So I was telling Andy earlier there were meatloaf and mashed potato icing cupcakes as well as traditional cupcakes. Yeah. So, but her name is Samantha Rose,
Right.
named after the heroes of Lord of the Ring and his girl back home, Rosie Cotton.
Okay.
So, so they got her a garb dress and put like Lord of the Rings stuff up all over the house. And on the entrance to the house was a sign that said, what did it say? Nothing, no business unless it's party business.
Okay.
What's the actual quote? I can't remember.
I believe it's something on the order of no business unless on official party business.
Here we go.
Or no visitor. No
No
business.
admittance except on party business.
Mhm.
So
Cool.
almost came in clear. It's really hard to show phones on. So
Yeah.
it
Kind
was
of have to
cute. It was fun.
need to sync it to your computer and then share the screen. No, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But
Well,
the official version actually has the address on it though, so I didn't want to. I wanted to zoom in a little more.
so at least as an added bonus from this party theme, she's going to be all ready for her first trip to the Renaissance Festival.
I mean, obviously, the only issue is, obviously she's too young to get vaxxed, so we'll
Yeah.
see where their comfort level is. So, I mean, she's a whole integer now, though.
Mm.
I do love mocking babies before they're an integer. I'm like, they're not even an integer yet.
It's just a fractional. Come on. No.
But and my sister doesn't like it when I call her baby girls little Narlethoteps
Darnalathotepes.
because they're crawling chaos.
Okay.
But this girl didn't stay in the crawling stage long enough. She's walking already. She's
Mm.
one, and she's been walking for a month or two at this point. Before Christmas, they were counting individual steps, and then now she's climbing furniture and trying to die.
Uh-oh.
So it's an exciting stage.
So now it's a point of it's like sitting around the house. It's like, okay, I need a workout. Let me stretch out and then release the baby.
Pretty much. As the kids are asleep says, kids are indeed chaotic. Oh, yes. Uh, okay, well, have we chatted enough? Should we do some like productivity stuff?
I was going to say we're heading up towards 6 o'clock. We've got a good amount of time for one more sprint, so why not be productive?
Yes, let's do it. Let's see. Here's my timer. I'm going to reset it, and now I'm going to share it with you so you can see it.
Dun, dun, dun.
And let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, boom. Who is not as cute? It's okay. And we're back. I got 7 pages edited. I am not sad.
Mm. You are definitely making better progress than I.
Well, I mean, this is very much a countdown scene in which they
Mm.
got a warning that a tidal wave is coming and they've got 90 minutes to either evacuate or get to higher ground. And so I've got the packing up and the 73 minutes left, 25 minutes left,
Mm-hmm.
6 minutes. So it's I like the way it's paced. I'm like, and
Yeah.
I wrote it. I love that feeling.
Yeah, and I'm doing more going over the same paragraphs over and over and putting in different levels of detail.
Mhm.
But it's like it's nice when you're done because the story has more of a richness to it. But it does not go fast.
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah. Yay, I'm so excited I'm finally getting progress on this story. I was stuck for so long, probably because I edited the first 5 pages 5 times because of draft issues.
Mm. Yeah. But it's like I think I'm most of the way through chapter 2.
Okay.
I've just hit the most of the way through chapter 2. I've just hit the point where Miss Bang's cousin gets introduced.
The kids are asleep, had to head off for
Oh.
dinner. Oh, wait, is about to. So,
Mm.
yay for progress, no matter how fast or slow. I'm
Yep.
glad you joined us. Thank you. Sorry, go ahead. You were saying?
I thought you were talking to me. No, no, you were talking to the kids who are asleep. Um, no, I just having fun with the scene where I introduce Miss Bang's cousin, because she has a remarkable resemblance to Miss Bang. uh, I get to play with a bit of mistaken identity in this book, and it's fun.
Ooh,
Yep.
I get to do that in my day-to-day life.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. For those who don't know, I'm an identical twin, and Doc actually knew my sister before he met me,
Yep.
but he knew who I was by reputation. You
I
saw me and you knew I was not my sister and you knew that I existed.
Yes, yes. I'd actually seen you a couple times at the Renaissance Festival.
Mhm.
Uh, um, when you were in your red phase.
I was in my red phase on Friday when I walked into spilled ink with red pants and a red coat and the hood up.
I was talking about red hair. Uh,
Oh yes,
yeah,
yes. I sometimes I miss it, sometimes I don't.
yeah. At that
Um,
point, you were very distinctive from your sister.
yes, yes, very much so. So yeah. I mean, it's not much of a story. I bleached my hair and dyed it orange with henna.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, not like, but it at the time it definitely fit in with the description of the eviler twin. Uh,
I mean, I am the evil twin, but it's a sliding scale. Compared to my sister, I am evil. Compared
mhm.
to the grand scheme of good and evil, I don't even think I make it to neutral.
Yeah. But
Remember, good and evil is relative.
this is true. Let's see. Looks like Andy split off while we were all sprinting,
Yeah.
and I noticed that that our cats both visit us at the same time in the middle of that sprint.
Really want to encourage Catechus when he's paying attention to me on this side of the desk and not between me and the keyboard. So I wanted to reward him while he was in the good place.
Yeah. Well, I just know that when Gilly climbed up on my chest and I looked up at your part of the screen, I noticed that Catechus was behind you on the chair.
Yeah, he kind of startled me on that one. He leapt and then scrambled for his footing for a moment.
Mhm.
So, and then we played with a chopstick.
Mm.
I was going like, "You are getting very sleepy," and he went, nom 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 nom."
Yeah.
So
Edgy.
the
Are you gonna come
kids
back?
are our sleep is still here because the family's playing Pokemon while they work.
Mm.
So how's your kitty?
Well, she came back. She's here just
The
out of
very
camp.
next day, you thought she was a goner?
Oh no, she doesn't wait nearly that long. She wants to be fed.
I mean, have you considered feeding her?
On the live stream? No, not really.
Have you considered giving her more treats?
Um,
Have you given her a treat in like
she
6 hours?
No, I have not. She is not really one for treats. She wants cans of wet food.
I have not introduced my kitty to wet food.
Mm. Well,
So,
with her health problems, the
yeah,
wet
oh,
food
definitely.
is kind of necessary, especially since she's older and
Mhm.
uh she's lost a few teeth and they're not that strong.
Yeah, I
Um,
get that.
but it's like there's always kibble out, so she always goes and gnaws on that, but she really wants the wet food. Um,
Gotcha.
which is why
Yeah.
it's disappointing when she doesn't eat it all.
Catechus gets free fed. I just
Mm.
keep his bowl with some kibble in it, and I try to give him a scoop a day. And I like to feed him before I go to bed so he doesn't associate me getting up with getting food.
Because then he'll make sure that you get up at the same time every day or earlier. No,
Which not really my jam, getting up in general. The kids are asleep would like to say, chill for father who does not give me all the wet, gushy food. Gushy food. My cat is running around. He spun his ball that's on like the scratch pad that I sprinkled with catnip once and then like ran across the room.
yeah.
So, do we want to do a short?
Do a short. You want to do a short sprint?
Yeah. I mean, we've got 8 minutes left, but maybe we
Yeah,
do a 10-minute sprint and then call it.
we can do that.
Because I kind of want to finish this chapter, but I also want dinner.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, I'm just kind of surprised that we haven't had more people chiming in from the chat talking about their progress. But I don't know. Maybe we may have lost a few people over the course. But
yeah. Kids are asleep agrees, finishing the chapter, and then dinner are good. Good
mhm.
plans. So, okay. Oh, I never took away the timer while we were chatting.
It's just been sitting there.
Oh, I'm fired. Clearly, you need to dock my pay.
Wait, you get paid for this? No.
Um, and adoring fans, I love hanging out with you. So, oh, Kelly's been struggling setting up, I think, Venmo, but is fine for a short sprint. Good luck with it. Yeah,
That's one of those paid apps, right?
yeah, I got one because a friend paid me back through it, and it was the only way to get my money.
Uh, yeah, that's what got me onto Pop Money in the first place. And it's
Ooh,
like,
I'm not on that one. But yeah, a lot of my local friends who were at the post-college roommate stage were
mhm.
using it to pay rent to each other kind of thing. And here's your share of the utilities. And I'll pay for dinner on my rewards card. Just give me $10, and nobody ever has cash. I never
Yeah.
have cash.
Well,
So
I try to have cash, but it doesn't work out all that much. Although 2 years of this has definitely gotten me out of the habit of carrying cash all the time, but
yeah, yeah.
'cause, like,
So
what's the point of having cash when you don't go anywhere and people won't accept it if you do?
to tip the delivery people where the delivery service doesn't take a chunk of it. One or two of
Yeah.
the meal delivery services were counting your tip towards their pay and not paying, like, say you get $10 from the service for delivering a thing. If you tipped $5, they would get the $10 that they were pay, and you would be saving the company that was supposed to pay them money.
So the company was taking the tips,
Yes.
not the person providing the service.
Or
Yeah,
like
that
or a portion of it. I don't know that it was 100%, but yeah, it was
yeah, that's
pretty.
illegal.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Bad company, no biscuit.
right? Right? I can't remember which food delivery service it was, but I was trying not to use them, but I don't remember who it was. It's been
Mm.
too long. So, yes, indeed, that sucks. Very bad company. So, okay, let's do this 10-minute sprint before, it's dinner time. In three, two, one, boom. Chakalaka. Okay. And I finished my paragraph despite somebody wanting playtime.
Mm. My somebody has curled up next to me is conserving her energy until food is available.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I got about 2 pages done. I am now on page D3
Nice.
out of 305. So,
Yeah.
how was yours again? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just actually looking at my manuscript trying to figure it. It's like I've got what? Oh, maybe a page done in 10 minutes. But
Hey, that happens, definitely. So
nah,
the kids are asleep, got finished their chapter.
cool. And it seems like everybody else has left. That's-
I mean,
At least they left.
StreamYard,
At least they left likes before they left, right? No.
StreamYard says we have 5 people right now.
Oh,
They're
really?
just quiet and busy.
Maybe they're still being productive, so they can't talk to us. I don't know.
I mean, some people are lurkers, and lurkers are totally welcome. I understand not everybody wants to chat, and not everybody wants to log into an account to be tracked, kind of thing. So, yep, Kelly's still here working on fighting with Venmo, I think.
Mm.
So, yeah, I think that was a productive day.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna pat myself on the back.
Yep. It was definitely more productive than my yesterday was.
Hey,
No.
some days are gonna do that.
Yeah, yesterday I just kind of declared a rest day. Um,
Yeah.
after I spent most of the last week compiling notes in order to get ready, and then packing in a couple thousand words of description, and working out on Beat Saber all week long.
Oh, you. I hadn't heard anything, so I wasn't sure if you're still keeping up with it.
Oh,
I have to tire Catechus out before I can play Beat Saber, so
mm,
it makes it harder to make time for it.
yeah, I've been putting in the time every day because it's I mean it's accessible exercise, and
Which key?
I need the exercise. But it was definitely a case of I way overdid it the first time because it's like last Friday and Saturday of last week I did like 2-hour sessions of Beat Saber. And it's like that's way too much. It's like
No.
um,
I would
um
start off with half hour, maybe 45 minutes.
yeah, and I've scoped down. I discovered the Move app on the Quest. Uh,
Okay.
that it kind of like the things that Fitbit does and that the Apple Watch does. It tracks your activity and your calorie burn. So
Right.
I went with a moderate 20-minute activity set there, and it's like okay, that's my minimum. If I get that in, then I can probably do a little bit more if it's still fun, or I can stop. But
Okay. Yeah. I think I have like a movement target of 30 minutes and then a calorie count of I forget what, but it's usually about 45 minutes. So as
Mhm.
long as I hit the movement, I'm happy. I'd rather hit the calorie counts and anything else is gravy.
Yeah,
So
but
anyway, speaking of gravy, I'm ready for dinner.
you ready for dinner? We should probably do outros so that you can go off and get dinner.
Oh, so who are you and what are you doing here?
Who am I? I'm Doc Coleman. I write steampunk comedy adventure. Um,
Me
you,
more.
you can find links to all my social media down below. Um, I guess I don't know what's on Twitch right now, but on YouTube you can find the links down below. Um,
Yeah.
if you can't bother to copy all those links, if you go to your favorite search engine or you go to Amazon, you can search for Doc Coleman Steampunk, and that'll bring up all my books on Amazon. That will bring up my website in your search engine, and you can go and explore from there. Although I'm still having some problems with a parse error on Swimming Cat Studios that is bringing that down. I'm getting very tempted to start a new blog on doccoleman.com just so I have a blogging space that's accessible. But yes, I've even had to call in technical support, and it's like they fix it. It lasts for about a day, and then I got a parse error again. But we won't
That's so
discuss
annoying.
my technical difficulties anymore.
Right.
That's me.
Okay. For me, as you know, I'm Morgan Hazelwood. I am an actively queering fantasy author, and I've got one short horror story out there on Dark Recesses webzine. And this week I was blogging and vlogging about when plot twists go bad. Tips from a Discon 3 panel. And over on my podcast, Writing Tips and Writerly Musings, I was talking about what I learned from attending book launches, both things I've enjoyed and things I thought were totally not worth the effort. And I'm sharing weekly author spotlights and more. Check me out everywhere as Morgan Hazelwood, except Twitter, where someone with 0 followers and 0 following has been sitting on the Morgan Hazelwood account since 2010. So I'm Morgan Hazelwood over there. So thank you all for joining, and I'll be back again next Sunday with more writing tips and writerly musings. Bye-bye. And let's see, over on Twitch, I am going to do a raid, I think. I think we should go hang out with Haley Wright Creates because she is doing some writing sprints herself. Looks like she's got about 15 minutes left. Raid now. Okay. Thank you all for joining, and see you next week. Bye-bye.